Hello friends, welcome to our channel CSC Gurus. Coming to the question number 36. So here the elements are given. So these elements are inserted one by one into the given order into the max heap. So the property of max heap is, so for every subtree, not only subtree, every descendants in the next descendant levels, the elements must be lesser than the root node. If I take here, let us suppose if I take this example, 32 is should be always greater than all these elements. 30 should be always greater than all these descendants. To the next levels we have to consider, right? So which is following this? Okay, I mean these are the arrangement, the resultant max heap. Which one you are thinking about? So we'll try to construct how it can be. Anyway, initially root node 32, then 15 here. And how to insert I explained in my previous questions. So next here it follows like this is the first node, second node, third node, next fourth node, fifth node, and every time max heap property, check it out. So 15 is less than 32, fine. 20 is less than 32, fine. Next element 30. Is that 30 is less than 15? No. Then swap 15 here, 30 here. Now the next element 12 here. Is that 12 is less than 30? Fine. Next 25. Here first you need to insert. Is that 25 is less than 20? No. 25 here, 20 here. Next 16. 16 here initially. Is that 16 is less than 25? Yes, fine. Now this is a heap that can be constructed. So which option is correct? I think the option you can see option A is correct, right? You can see. Yeah, again one more question on max heap. It is a heap where the value of each parent is greater than that. Of course, that is what I explained right now. Now which of the following is a max heap? Check it out, the constraint that is, so for every element all the descendant must be less than. Okay, and one more thing, it has to follow, I told you, no, it has to follow like how the elements to be inserted. Okay, so you can observe here, if you see this one, every element, for every element it is following the heap property, but the thing is, okay, you feel that this is a correct answer, but the thing is, once you insert here, you have to come here, then here, then here, then here, then after coming to this, you have to go for one more here, right? So it should not be empty, right? It should not be empty. So here it is empty, which is not following the heap property. This is also must be checked out. Okay, so not only the descendants should be less than, so it has to follow, first thing is heap property, then only max heap property, right? So this is not following here. Yes, all are same, and of course it is following here. You can see the here this part 5 and 8, you can see it is violating the rule, and here also you can see 8 and 10 it is violating, here also you can see, right? So like this we need to check it out. So that's why our option B is correct answer. So for the heap property, first thing it has to first root node, next of course you can take, first you need to start with I, a node, it, let us suppose if it is 0th node, the left 2 into I plus 1, right 2 into I plus 2 has to be filled. Next for this also, if this is the node I, like this we need to check it out, right? So like this it has to be completed, then only it has to go to the next level. Okay, like this. So our option B is the correct answer. Coming to the question number 38. So in a binary max heap containing n numbers, the smallest element can be found in. So smallest element, where we can find smallest element in max heap? Definitely that will be in leaf node, right? So definitely it won't be in any internal node, definitely it will be leaf node. For any internal, definitely if it is internal node means there is a descendant that must be less than. So that's why the answer definitely not in internal nodes, we need to find in leaf nodes. For example here, what is the smallest element? 1. So it is a leaf node, right? So how can you find the smallest element in which time? Directly can you get the smallest element? So we need to traverse from the root to the leaves, right? Always you need to check in leaves. So in a worst case, of course it is not given worst case, but actually we need to get in worst case the element can be found. You have to search, let us suppose if it is at the last position, that means you have to compare all the n elements. So that's why you can get in big of n time, like this. So the answer is option A. Yeah, one more question, that is question number 39. On binary heap of n elements, we wish to insert n more elements. So this part is very important, not necessarily one after the another. Very most important question. Okay, this you want to insert into this heap, the total time required. Okay, in general in heap or heap sort, when you want to insert the elements, when it may be max heap or min heap, you have to insert every element in log n time, and for n elements it is n into log n time. We know this one, right? So for heap sort, but the thing you observe, anyway we learned like this, but the thing you need to observe whenever I go for the heap process, while let us suppose if I want to get this one, first I will insert something like 10, then I will insert 8, immediately I'll check for the property of heap, right? I won't like I will insert one more, then I'll check the heap property, not like that, right? Every time in general, every time when I insert an element, then I'll check for the heap property. If it is, then fine, otherwise I'll go to the next element. Let us suppose if it is 16, I'll check for a heap property, I'll arrange, if not, so 16 will go here, right? If it is a binary max heap, right? So this process will be done in general, but the question here it is asking not necessarily one after the other. That means initially whatever the elements you have, you insert, right? So let us suppose if I have the elements 10, 15, 20, 12, 5 like this, you insert first like this. Okay, so this is asking like first you need to insert, then you have to check for the heap property. In this case, what is the time complexity it is asking? So you have to clearly check it out, this difference. In general, in my heap sort or constructing the heap, so you will follow like this. Each element you have to first insert, then check the property, then go to the next element, right? But here it is not necessary. So first you need to get, then you have to check for operations. Now what is the complexity it is asking? See here, once after inserting, instead of going from the top, anyway I'll go for the leaf nodes first. Okay, I'll start 12 and 15. Is it fine? Yes. 5 and 15. Is it fine? Yes. So like this, and I'll go up. 20 or 15, 10. No. So 15 will be here. 15 and 20. No. Okay, here 20, here 15. So like this, the arrangements I have to go for it. So for this, in order to this, I can have n comparisons. So I'll write here clearly. When I go like this, what happens? So inserting all the n elements, the complexity required is inserting all the elements first, then comparison. So comparison, then swapping whenever is required. Right? Three things are important if I go like this. Okay? Inserting all, which takes big O of n in a worst case. Comparisons, let us suppose all I have to compare, yes, big O of n. Let us suppose all to be swapped, big O of n. Finally, the complexity is big O of n. Right? So like this we need to check it out. Okay? Remember this point clearly, like n into log n, why it is in general means whenever you insert, then again checking the swapping, checking the comparisons, but not all the time it's something like, let us suppose you have the marks with you, 10 student marks with you. So when you want to sort them, you have taken all the answer sheets and you are comparing. That is the question here it is given. But in general, how we'll do means, first I'll take first student, next I'll take second student marks. Let us suppose this is 10, this is 15. I have to swap if it is descending. So next I'll ask for the third student, I'll bring it. Okay, fourth student, I'll bring it. Okay, that is our general one. But here you are taking all the marks, you are taking at a time and comparing. So this is what, and in this case we will have the complexity as big of n. So answer is option B. Yeah, question number 40. It's a very easy one. A person wants to visit some places. He started from a vertex and then visit every place connected to this vertex, and so on. What algorithm he should use? So right, something like question from a graph, where let us suppose if you start from a node, you want to visit all the vertices. All the vertices you have to go for breadth first search. Okay, let us suppose this 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is 5, this is 6, here let us suppose 7, here you have like this, and here you have like this. If I start from 1, I have to visit 2 3 7 at a time. That is breadth first search. But if you go for depth first search, you have to select any one among all these three, right? So that is what the difference we have about depth first and breadth first. For this question, the answer is option B. We'll see some more questions in the next video lecture. Thank you.